Okay. I'm just waiting for the little live button to show up on my screen. So good. All right. So good afternoon, Mrs. Buckley.
Good afternoon, Mr. Drake.
All right. So this is an interview for the volunteer coordinator position with Parks and Recreation Department for the city of East Providence. I have several questions for you, so just answer them to the best ability, and we'll start with question number one. Describe in detail your experience using and maintaining databases using Microsoft Word or Excel, and any certifications that you may have earned.
Well, let's see. I have extensive experience using Microsoft Word, not necessarily in databases, but more in letter writing, communications, a lot of activities that way. In terms of certifications, are you looking more for computer certifications or working with children and working with families and coordinating activities?
That's a great question. So I was referring to any certifications with Microsoft products.
I'm afraid I do not have any certifications, no.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Given the resources provided, so I think you have a piece of paper and a please design a sign to solicit for volunteers to help with the upcoming Easter egg hunt that's going to be held in Central Park, and it's on March 26th from 9 to 11. And if you need me to repeat any of that, just let me know.
Here you go.
All right, so yeah, it looks like you're having some fun with that one. Can you just hold it up a little bit higher so I can see it really good in the video? All right, looks great. Great job. Thank you. Okay, so testing your creativity a little bit there. All right, so next question, if you're ready, is
Sure.
What previous job experience do you possess in which you coordinated an event? And what experience do you have supervising others to accomplish a task?
Well, as a camp counselor, I had to work extensively with a team of other counselors as well as a lot of small children to coordinate activities. It was a big task. There was always a lot of confusion and a lot going on, and we were able to stay focused and get a lot done. We would have events regularly where we'd invite parents in and community members in to showcase the camp and to show everything that we were doing. I also worked as a daycare worker where we would often have community events and family events that I would help to organize.
Well, that's great. That sounds like a lot of fun and actually pretty similar to some activities for this job. So that's wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to role play a little bit, if you will, and pretend like you are the volunteer coordinator. And you are going to coordinate the Easter egg hunt that we described a little earlier with the sign. And I would like for you to act like you are giving the group of volunteers at the beginning of the event directions for what they need to do to help manage the crowd during the Easter egg hunt.
Okay, so I have a group of volunteers and I'm giving them directions about what they need to do.
Correct.
Okay.
And
so,
you can give them whatever direction you would like.
Okay. So gang, the first thing I want you to do is become very familiar with this site. I want you to walk around. I want you to know where the perimeters are, where the boundaries are. I want you to keep a lookout for any safety hazards that are, and I'll point out a few of them that I'm aware of around here. There are areas for the parents to be, and there's areas for the children to be. We want it to feel really safe for the kids to be able to go out and run around, and we are the ones who are on the field with them supervising. The parents are not there with them, they're watching. So I want you to be very aware of what's out here.
All right, that was really good. Thank you. All right, so next question. Given that same scenario of the Easter egg hunt, we're going to pretend like you had asked for a total of 40 volunteers initially, and only 30 people signed up to volunteer. And then on the day of the event, only 10 of them showed up. So picture yourself at the event for the Easter egg hunt, and you have 300 parents and children ready to hunt for eggs, but you only have a fourth of the volunteers that you thought you needed. Describe what actions you would take to successfully execute the event.
All right, so I'm going to need some help. We can't pull this off with only 10 volunteers. We've got to worry about safety. We've got to keep an eye on these kids. So I'm going to, if I have time, I'm going to go get some vests. I'm going to get something that's going to designate, or actually I have a box of vests that all my volunteers were going to wear. I'm going to recruit 20 parents. I'm going to walk around, and some of these parents I already know. Some of them are going to help me. We're going to recruit 20 people. We're going to put vests on them, and they are going to be the volunteers. I'm going to teach them and put them right to work.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Great job. All right, just two more questions. We're almost done. So would you describe yourself as preferring to be directly supervised with clear and concise direction, or do you prefer to be generally supervised with more freedom to determine your direction, and why?
Definitely generally supervised with more freedom. I worked best as a team player, but I'm independent, I'm autonomous, I have a lot of great ideas. I would feel micromanaged, and I wouldn't be able to do my best unless I had general freedom, and I can certainly live up to the expectations.
All right, that was a great answer. Thank you. And then the last question, if you were to be selected as this volunteer coordinator, what value do you feel you bring to our team?
So as the volunteer coordinator, I think I bring a significant amount of enthusiasm and passion. I absolutely love working with kids, but I'm also very passionate about civil service and getting the community involved in community events. And this is a great way to bring an entire community together, whether it's seniors and children, parents, people that don't have children. It's a great way to get the community together. Enthusiasm, I think, is my word.
Awesome, that's a great response. All right, so that's all the questions I have for you. And I think you did a great job, and I think you're very qualified for the position. So we'll continue to analyze the other candidates, and we'll be in touch with you. I really appreciate your time for this interview, and have a great day.
Thank you very much for your time. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye.
Bye.